I'm done with this conversation.
Done with this conversation. In any other family, I would have been the star.
You know what, bro? You're no star. That is a star.
You get your hands.
Get your hands off me.
You don't push my body.
Don't touch me. What is wrong?
What is wrong with you?
Oh my God.
Put your hands on my body.
On a base animalistic sense, when it comes to pack animals,
Yeah.
the animals will fight for supremacy, will jockey for position, will...
Biblical levels.
At biblical levels. Like Cain and Abel, you guys.
Exactly.
It is like Cain and Abel.
But also they're misunderstood.
And they're not communicating.
Certainly. And humans have elevated to a conscious level, and we're supposed to rise above those things. But especially for young men, there is an alpha position to be had.
Definitely.
Right behind the father.
It's interesting. When Kevin decides to go live in New York and stay with Randall, he's trying to bridge the gap. And then, of course, Randall has these issues about, oh, I don't have a cool job like being the Manny or being a hot actor. And he feels inadequate.
Right,
and
there's this natural competition.
It's like they both feel the same
very
way.
unnatural relationship in some way. You know,
and they both feel the same way, but they can't seem to get on the same page.
Right.
When they're boys, I think Jack very much wants to see the boys come together, and so they have this symbolic handshake, peace offering, right? And even when we filmed the beat after the football game, it was a moment where I remember I wanted to dig into these boys to make sure they meant it. But I think Jack had so many other things going on in his mind with his marriage, with his work, with everything else that it just kind of got glazed over.
Can I come in?
Yep. Yeah, come on in.
When she sees that Toby has a binge, she's like, wait a minute, we can't do this. Like, you promised me. And then he tries to convince her that, no, I got this. We can do this. And I don't know if I can say this, but she goes and binges herself. And again, it's brought up that she's not strong enough to do it with someone else, and she has to go on her own journey on her own, and it's heartbreaking.
Yeah, they're two people who are treating the symptoms instead of curing the disease.
Right.
Toby always seems so, at least on the surface, really honest and forthcoming. Do you think that he's not?
Yeah,
not really as, I guess, healthy and together.
I think he is honest. I think he's honest with people, and I think he's honest with Kate. I just don't know if he's completely honest with himself about who he is and who he wants to be. And you know, the food is not about food.
Right.
The problem is not the food. The problem is all kinds of, like you were saying, emotional traumas with his ex-wife or young childhood problems. And it's like you face those things as opposed to trying to just fix not eating as much.
Right.
Then you've actually solved something. If Kate and Toby are attempting to achieve happiness, losing weight has nothing to do with it. And so
that's the byproduct.
It's
the weight loss is
a byproduct. So, but trying to start there, trying to begin at the end, is not working for him, and it's not working for them. And whether he knows it or not, he actually finds himself happier sitting here and eating the things that he wants to eat, and is realizing that the food is not the problem.
Hey, you never finished telling me about your rehearsal.
It's okay. I'm tired. We can talk about it tomorrow.
Okay. Hey, can you turn the light up, babe? I think where we find Jack and Rebecca in 1993 is, you know, not that the spark of their love has dimmed, it's just, there's a lot to deal with. There's a lot going on, and
Teenagers and
their own, you know, struggling for their own individuality, you know. Rebecca getting back into singing, which I think is a wonderful thing, and Jack taking a bigger responsibility with his job, you know. And I thought it was a beautiful love letter, bookend of the washer and dryer, and how, you know, It's all about this idea of the cycle of life. Sure, I guess just going through, and you're constantly doing these tasks and these things, and you're also, as you're doing these tasks and these things, you're kind of on this conveyor belt that keeps moving forward, and things get better and worse and different, and where Jack and Rebecca find themselves, is kind of at the end of the life of a washer.
I think introduction of certain people or temptations, like whether it's an assistant at work or it's someone she used to play music with, those kinds of distractions, they create a kind of a vividness for these characters that makes them feel alive, and they've lost touch with whatever it was between the two of them originally. And I think that's something that I think we're going to continue to explore. I think that's with Rebecca and Jack, there's a lot of stuff that they brought to the relationship that they haven't really worked out.